Well, there's growing concerns over drone sightings in New Jersey. We've been talking about this for about a week now.
Yeah, we sure have. Even after local and federal law enforcement have worked together to find some answers, there are still a lot of questions. Good day's Briella Tomassetti. She's live in Fairfield, New Jersey. They got one of those smaller airports out there where you are, Briella. How's that involved in the whole thing?
I mean, we can't see anything right now, Dan and Tashani. Good morning to both of you. But yes, certainly more questions than answers at this point. Republican State Senator John Bramnick, who is running for governor, has called for a limited state of emergency until the public is informed about what's going on. The problem here is there is absolutely no explanation right now, and it's unclear if a state or local law temporarily banning those drones would interfere with FAA regulations.
I can see 3 drones.
It may look like something straight out of a sci-fi movie.
These are all drones in the sky.
But it's real life. Mysterious night-flying drones hovering over parts of New Jersey, from down the shore up to Sussex and Bergen counties. And residents are coming up with their own speculations about what may be lurking overhead.
Could be aliens. This is right over Picatinny.
The Picatinny Arsenal military base has confirmed at least 11 sightings of unauthorized drones flying over its airspace in recent weeks.
Some reports by witnesses have even suggested that these drones were the size of small cars.
Governor Phil Murphy and Secretary of Homeland Security Alejandro Mayorkas briefed the congressional delegation last week and are calling on the federal government for more answers.
It's really frustrating that we don't have more answers as to where they're coming from and why they're doing what they're doing.
But the feds can't seem to provide any clarity, at least not yet. Yesterday, federal law enforcement officials and private sector stakeholders testified on threats posed by unmanned aerial systems or drones at a joint hearing held by 2 House subcommittees.
What is going on in New Jersey?
We're investigating, but I don't have an answer of who's responsible for that, of one or more people that are responsible for those drone flights.
Is the public at risk? Is public safety at risk?
There's nothing that is known that would lead me to say that.
The FBI's field office in Newark said last week that it's asking for the public to report any information related to the apparent drone sightings. The White House wouldn't rule out that the objects could be controlled by foreign entities or if they're conducting surveillance, but deferred all questions to government agencies.
The president is aware, so we're closely tracking the activity and coordinating closely with relevant agencies, including DHS and FBI, to continue to investigate these incidents.
The sightings have led to heightened restrictions on drone flights over Trump National Golf Club in Bedminster. They also disrupted a medevac helicopter landing over in Somerset County. Certainly far-reaching implications already. For now, we're live here, though, outside Essex County Airport. Dan and Tashani, back to you.
Got to have some answers, Briella. Thank you very much for staying on top of it.